Well, good morning, everyone, or by the time you see this, most likely afternoon. Um, just thought I would um, do a post trail video. Um, I've been off for 3 weeks now. Got rid of that beard. I haven't quite cut my hair yet. We're still, inching my way back into society here. Um, don't know how long this will be because, as most of y'all know that have been watching the videos from the trail, I'm not always the best with words, don't always know what to say. So, anyway, one of the girls that my mom works with, nice lady, went and had this shirt made because it's my favorite word, apparently. So I thought it would be good to wear for this video. But yeah, just kind of a post-trail wrap-up, and yeah, we'll just see where it goes. I know a lot of people, both like on YouTube or Facebook, even family, friends, since I've been home, they ask a bunch of questions, and some of them they get repetitive, and some of them it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I know, like, the hiking people, they're always, what's your base weight, blah blah blah. I'll flat out say it. Mine was stupid high, by most people's standards. I think when I left, it was in the 30s, for the base weight, and like upper 30s. But I was carrying extras of things that, like, some people, they just have one set of clothes, that's it. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, I had a second set of clothes. Some of the gear that I had was heavier. Because they say you can either go lightweight or you can go decently priced. Can't always get both. And so yeah, I went with decently priced. So I was a little bit heavier than most people out there, than some people out there. Definitely towards the, even when I switched out my winter gear for, I switched a few things out for the summer, because I didn't need a 20-degree sleeping bag in the summer. So I just got, a cheaper, I don't even really want to call it a sleeping bag. It was like a sheet, really, with how light it was. Nothing in there. But I mean, it's summertime. You really don't need much. I got it off at Amazon. But yeah, I really didn't do a whole lot of weight savings there, because I had yeah, this is not a lot of weight savings. Anyway, so base weight high pretty much the entire trail. And I'm okay with that because it wasn't too heavy for me. It was just too heavy for most people. Like, even some of the hostel owners, they'd pick up my bag and my pack and they'd be like, "What is in here? Bricks?" I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Everyone's like, "Why is the pack so heavy? I don't understand why it's so heavy." I'm like, you guys have been, out here in these woods with me for months on end. You've seen everything in my pack. So you tell me what you think is so heavy. But, yeah, I don't know. Cost-wise, I know a lot of people talk about cost. Some people can do it for really cheap. Some people, they spend every dime that they have. And, some people just say, swipe it till it declines. I don't have an exact figure of what this hike cost me. take gear and prep on that out of it. The actual hike itself, between what I allotted, what I had saved to take out there, and then throughout the hike I had gotten uh, you know gifts in Venmo, Cash App, wonderful, Trail Angel friends, family, even a couple of you guys that are subscribed. And again, thank all of you so much. Like, you guys really helped. Whether it was I was going to get a new pair of shoes, or for a resupply, hostel stay, I mean, whatever. Like, I really appreciate every single one of you that contributed towards this hike. It's amazing. But between all of you guys and what I had allotted, what I had saved beforehand, trip costs about 10 grand. Could you do it for cheaper? Absolutely. People do every year. I enjoyed myself a little bit more than I probably should have. I mean, I had a great time. And on the other end of that, there's absolutely people that go out there and spend way more. But, I mean, it is what it is. You're out there, everyone's making their own experience. And for some people, they can do that experience on, $5,000-6,000. Some people can do that experience on an insane amount of money. There was somebody I had talked to that said that they were spending almost $3,000 a month just on trail, and it's like, what are you even in the woods, or are you just constantly in hostels and hotels? I don't know. But yeah, about that much. But again, I enjoyed myself. This has been something I wanted to do for years, and I finally, I don't want to say I got the chance. It's more so I made that opportunity for myself. You can only put something off for so long, and it gets to the point where, like, I'm pushing 40 if I'm gonna do this, so I went and did that for myself. I think probably one of the biggest questions is that almost everybody, well, what was your favorite day on trail? Or the opposite, what was your worst, your lowest moment? My favorite day would have to be sunrise on McAfee Knob. I live in Virginia and had never done any of Virginia's Triple Crown. But that sunrise on McAfee Knob was absolutely beautiful. And I had caught several sunrises, which, if anybody knows me, I'm not a morning person. Not in the least. I'm just not. But I caught several sunrises out on trail, as you do, just because your body readjusts itself. And yeah, so I would say that would be like my favorite moment. The least favorite moment, or my lowest, well, I don't want to say my lowest. I will go with my least favorite moment. It's weird, it's also in Virginia. But when you take a state on the AT like Virginia, where the trail is so long in just that one state, it's kind of easy to get your best and your worst days or moments from the same state. So the roller coaster right before you get into West Virginia, don't get me wrong, it's fun. Um, we had just come through a heat wave, and it was still, hot. And I thought I had been drinking plenty of water, all that, well hydrated, whatever. I'm gonna assume probably not. And the climbs and the descents, they're not very long, you know, not very huge, whatever. But it's like every time we'd hit one of the ascents, it's like I'd go, 20, 30 feet and I'd get dizzy and I'd have to like stop and what's going on. It was the worst for me. Um, so as much fun as I think it would, the roller coaster section, and it was fun. I just feel like whatever was going on with me that day, it wasn't what in my head it should have been. Um, but but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Um, but I mean, the trail in itself was everything I wanted it to be and more. And it's a lot of the people that you meet will make or break the trail for you. And for me, pretty much everybody I met, they made it. I mean, they made the trail, my experience, so amazing. I mean, I've met people, and I know thousands of people set out on this every year, right? I mean, you're going to meet people from all over the place, especially, all over the United States. But I mean, we had people from several different parts of the world. I mean, I met so many people from Europe, several of which I had hiked with, some of which, didn't get to make it all the way to the end, and that sucks. But the people are amazing. And it was absolutely the most fun. It was the it was the most challenging thing I've ever done, but it was also the most fun and the most rewarding thing I've ever done. I mean, I've got friends that I've met on the trail that I know, I'm gonna have them in my life for the rest of my life. I mean, the great people out there. I've been staring at this little camera here because I've been trying to figure out the best way to bring it up as far as like what most everything for YouTube was recorded on my phone. I did get this little thing from Dad and Val that got sent towards the beginning. I got it at Trail Days because Mom and Lee came out for Trail Days and brought this up to me. So most of the trek was filmed on my phone, but some of the more challenging sections for sure where I needed my hands, and I can't just stand there, with the phone. This thing actually, I was able to get it like hooked on the tripod, which my phone is on right now, so I can't show you that. And I was able to make that work, which is pretty cool, because it's easy to hold the tripod, in my hand with trekking pole while I'm using, my other hand for whatever I'm climbing doing. So yeah, shout out to Dad and Valerie for, sending that camera. It's amazing. It definitely came in handy. Also on the other side of that, shout out to Mom and Lee for, everything that you did as well, dropping me off, picking me up, coming to hang out at Trail Days. It, the whole family really helped in some way. Every member of this family had a hand in me getting to the end. I've already been talking for 15 minutes. I'm trying to ease myself back into post-trail life. Not, you know, the easiest thing to do. I mean, you're used to hiking every day, and now it's back to work, you know. I mean, a lot of people that say, you know, well, what's next? You know, what do you have planned? Honestly, I don't specifically have anything planned. Um, you know, the AT was great, and the thing about a Triple Crown, you can't just have one. And a lot of people were saying, oh, we should do the PCT in 2027. I mean, it's not likely that it'll happen in 2027, but it'd be fun to do another one. First things first, gotta get back to work because we gotta get the money back up. Like I said, I spent everything on this, and so I mean, we'll see. I mean, you know, I live in Virginia, so I mean, I'm not too far away from any kind of, I mean, whether even if it's not the AT, I mean, there's plenty of trails and campgrounds and all kinds of stuff that I could do to, you know, little hikes. Because the one thing we don't want to do is put those 60 pounds back on that we took off on this trail. Yeah, there's no weight loss plan better than that of a through hike. So, but yeah, no, PCT would be fun to do. I would definitely consider it. I don't know when, and I've yet to figure out. The only thing I know for sure is I will overhaul a lot of my gear. I will take the time to invest in lighter weight stuff, because as much as the heavier pack didn't bother me, I'm not dumb. I do know that the less you're carrying, the less it wears on your body, the further you can go, the more you can do, whatever. And the PCT is longer, so there's that. But I heard if you can do the AT, you can do the PCT, no problem. I've heard. We'll see. Eventually. Someday. Who knows? But yeah, maybe, you know, if we don't let too much time go between now and then, maybe all you guys can follow me along on that as well. That'd be great, because you guys, the support that you guys have shown me has been amazing. And, you know, I wasn't always quick with the uploads, but I knew for several of you that when that video hit, you'd absolutely be watching it. You'd comment on it, you know, oh, you know, great views, you're doing great, whatever. You know, so I just want to thank all of you guys for following me on this journey. It was, like I said, the most amazing thing I've done for myself in years, probably, period. You know, I feel that probably wouldn't be the same without you guys either, you know. I didn't do YouTube for me. I did it for the family, and I didn't want to do it. And then it just kind of became a thing. And you guys, people that, you know, I don't know outside of the family, you know, I started getting subscribers there. And it's not a huge channel, and it was never meant to be a huge channel. But you guys that have been there for me, it's been amazing. It blows my mind that people I don't know wanted to follow along and see this journey. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up because I'll ramble all day. You know, thanks to all the friends, family friends that helped me out throughout, watched, followed along. Thanks to all you guys. It was amazing. And who knows, maybe we'll do another big one in the future. I'll catch you guys later.